The ones that I know, and I work in a kind of, I use a sort of shared office space in Soho, and so there are quite a lot of young people around, or youngish, and people in their 20s and 30s. It's not, they don't seem to be doing, they don't do heroin and coke and stuff so much as the hallucinogenics. They're the thing that they think is great. That's the thing. And I'm talking about people in their late 20s, early 30s, professional. There's a fellow, I better not give him his real name, but there's an old Etonian who's working on a history book at this thing. He's a fantastic fellow, sort of tall and handsome with a long beard. And he was, the other night, he was off to, he was going to Evensong at St Paul's on shrooms, and he and a couple of friends, that's what they were doing. They were going to do a load of shrooms, and then he reported back the next day he'd done too many shrooms and had to leave because it was too freaky, and he had to go home, and he was going to chill and then go back to St Martin in the Fields for some Vivaldi, where he was going to do a spot of Molly, which I believe is what they call ecstasy, but in sort of small doses while listening to classical music. And it's sort of, on the one hand, way more daring than us, on the other hand, pathetically square.
Yeah. Do you remember that summer? This is slightly off the point. Do you remember the summer where every single head shop in Camden suddenly realised that mushrooms weren't technically illegal? I think it was like 2003. And they all started selling magic mushrooms, but as ornaments. So they would say, here are these magic mushrooms. They are, do not eat them. These are purely ornamental. And it lasted about 6 months before people cracked down on the loop. I know this is totally irrelevant, but it was a very funny summer. 2003, I think.
People who were into drugs, even when I was young, so it's not fair. It's not fair, man. It's Babylon. Booze is legal, but cannabis is illegal for no reason apart from white people having control, whatever. And you think, I know what they mean, but booze is so woven into everything we do. And as a restaurant critic, I just can't not drink it, even if I were doing